Everyone. Hello. I have not been on here for my Get Yourself Together First conversations in a while. And I just have something like weighing so heavy on me. And bottom line is, let me just be transparent. It's about the crime in DC. It's about the behavior that has happened amongst our young people after the pandemic and coming out of the house. And I just want to talk about some things to kind of give people some type of perspective. So the first thing is this: DC needs a new mayor. DC definitely needs a new mayor. This is why I say that. If everybody from the legal to the illegal people will say, I'm not speeding in Fairfax County. I'm not going in Virginia acting crazy. I'm not doing XYZ in Virginia. It tells you that they have set a bar and a standard that crime stuff, that crazy stuff, it is not happening in the state of Virginia. I mean, of course, crime happens everywhere. I'm not excluding Virginia. I'm just simply saying that our people are more likely not to go across that bridge committing crimes because they know, or speeding, or carjacking, or shooting up neighborhoods because they know the repercussions that come with what happens in Virginia. And the deeper you go into Virginia, whether it's Fauquier County, whether it's no matter how deep you go, the penalty is worse. DC is so lackadaisical that, anything can just happen to us and it's okay. And, they just go on to the next person. That needs to stop. So I wanted to talk about that. Same thing with Mo County. Crime happens in Mo County, but people are less likely to go over there stealing from Nordstrom or carjacking because of the standard that they have set with their justice system. But what I wanted to talk about, in addition to that rant, because that's just been like burning in me, is post-pandemic behavior. So when people get out of prison, one of the things that we push towards is keeping down recidivism rates, right? We don't want people to reoffend. We don't want people going back to prison. Why? Because when they've been locked away for so long, what tends to happen is they come home, they get under pressure, they lose their mind, and then they go do something stupid again, right? That's what recidivism is, right? So something needs to shift. If we look at what happened during the pandemic, that was a mass incarceration of the innocent, of the guilty. Well, nobody's really innocent, but you get my point. Of the people who commit crimes and the people who don't, right? That was a mass incarceration. So what happened was, when people got outside, they are behaving like ex-offenders if they've never committed a crime in their life. Look at these kids who are carjacking in DC. They're like 12, 15, 17. Like, they don't even have a rhyme or a rhythm. As, like, people want to go get gas after work at 5 or 6 o'clock, but it's dark. So what? We don't go get gas. Females don't do this. We get in our parking lots. We run it in. It's crazy. It is crazy. And what drives me crazy is because, like, during this pandemic, we done got more people that have these pandemic medical degrees, these pandemic nutrition license, this pandemic education with philosophy and theology and astrology, and they can tell the people with degrees more than the people who've been in college 15 and 20 years, or the older people who have life experience. So that is driving me crazy. But what happens? It's just like somebody who was incarcerated. Everybody comes home. They've been reading for their 5 or 10 year bid. Now they got all the sense in the world, more than everybody out here, right? And so now, what's happening? It's the same exact thing. When I was in, I was reading, and it's all mine. And that's everybody done went to YouTube University, social media university. Nobody is considering their source. because everybody believes what's convenient and what's comfortable for them, whatever box they want to fit in, and then that becomes their newfound energy. We're not going to call it religion. It becomes their newfound thing. A guy got in my car the other day. I started to put him out. For those who don't know, I do Lyft on the side, aside from my government job. And he was like, yeah, my ancestor jumped into my body and, told me like the Amish got it. We need to live like the Amish do, and we need to be entrepreneurs, and we need to, and I'm like, that's fine, but are you building generational wealth, or are you setting your children up to be 60 years old with nothing in their 401k, nothing in their retirement? Because here's the fact. If you work at McDonald's and you make $10, $15 an hour, whatever the minimum wage is, they're taking out Social Security. So something is stacking on your behalf. Us, whether we mow grass, whether we do massages, whatever our thing is, whether we detail cars, are you putting something into your Social Security, into your 401k, into your retirement? What if you got COVID or the next thing that comes out? What is stacked up so that you and or your family and your children will be okay? Everybody got these great ideas. Great. How are you going to implement them? What is your plan? Like then they, don't get the vaccine. No, let me tell you what the guy said. He said, some of these immunizations, they change your DNA. I said, well, I would hope they do. That's what they've been doing from the beginning of time. See, that's what I mean. I said, well, I'm a woman and I've had 4 children. I have O negative blood. I have to get a Rogam shot every time I got pregnant. Can't have no more kids. But every time I got pregnant, so that my blood type would not fight off and kill my fetus. I would hope that it did change something in my DNA or in my child's DNA so that they can make it out. Some of the stuff don't make sense. Okay, vaccines, I believe, are a choice. I wound up getting it because I got COVID and I never want to experience that pain again. But, the thing, people are dying off of vaccines. Some are. But some are dying because they are allergic to the type of vaccine, or there's a component in that vaccine that would cause them some kind of mass reaction. Like me. I'm glad I was against the vaccine. That I couldn't jump and go get the vaccine. If I would have went and got Johnson & Johnson because I hate needles. My family, I have a history of blood clotting. I would have died from blood clotting. Not me. The root cause would have been the vaccine, but it wasn't the vaccine that killed me. It was a thing. Just like I met a doctor at GW after the insurrection of the Capitol, and they was talking about all these people who died. And she was like, one person died on the operating table because they had a heart attack. Another one died because their blood pressure went up. They didn't even die from the injury. They died from the underlying condition prior to getting the injury. We are not getting the information, and as Black people, we need to stop sounding ignorant, thinking we're giving all of this knowledge and you know nothing. You don't have all of the answers. Why? Because we wasn't on this planet. You were not here. You did not see. People can alter, modify videos, findings, anything. Just believe what you believe. Listen, I just had to come on here and rant because I'm just so sick of the remnants of what has happened during the pandemic. All of the education, all of the crime has shifted. Everybody has just gone ballistic. So my advice, go get a skill. Go get in IT, medicine. Do something where you are securing a bag for generational wealth that your children and your grandchildren and your grandchildren's children can be okay in the long run. Do that. Do that. Okay? Y'all have an amazing day, an amazing afternoon. God bless you all. And I hope you all have gotten something from this podcast. I know I ain't been on in a while, but y'all still my people. Get yourself together first. Subscribe to me on Gavata at Mind for Christ. Vote for Grant. Let's get Bowser gone. You hear me? Because this is crazy. We got to change. Got to change. Change.